Getting started on digital art is easier than you think, and today I'm going to show you how. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is E, and today I'm going to show you how you can draw on your iPad using the Procreate app. Let's go. You're gonna need an iPad, your Apple Pencil, or just your fingers if you don't want to use a pencil. And I've also got my emotional support plant here. Her name is Iphigenia and she is a monstera. Alright, let's get started. So first you're gonna want to go over to your app store and download the Procreate app. I believe there is a small download fee of about $10, but it's really worth it. Once that's done, you can open up the app. So this is the area where all your canvases will be showing up, and just like in traditional art where you paint a new piece on a new canvas, you should open a new canvas each time you start a new illustration. There are 4 icons at the top: select, import, photo, and a little plus sign. I'm just going to quickly run over the functions of each icon. So what select does is allow you to select multiple canvases at the same time, and you can share, duplicate, or delete them. Import button allows you to import in an existing canvas from somewhere else so that you can start working on it. And photo opens up your photo gallery where you can import in a photo and you can edit it directly on Procreate. We won't be using the 3 of them today, so let's head over to the little plus icon. This is where you can open up a new canvas. In order to create a new canvas, what you do is head over to the stack on the top right hand corner. This will allow you to set the dimensions for the canvas that you want. The general rule of thumb is you should always size up so that if you want to print or if you want to show it on a larger screen, it's not going to look pixelated. If you're unsure about the dimensions, you can look them up on Google. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to type in A3 portrait in pixels. And it's 842 by 1191. I'm going to key that in. And I'm also going to rename the canvas to A3 Portrait. So for the DPI, I'm just going to set it as 300. That's a pretty good standard size for printing. You can also look at things like color profile and time-lapse settings, but I won't be touching them today. We can just leave them as it is. So once you're done, you can just tap on this create button here, and it's going to open up a new canvas. And now we can start painting. Just like with traditional art, you're gonna need a brush and paint colors before you start any painting. So head over to the icons on the top right hand. This is where you'll find the different brushes, smudge, eraser, and layer icons. If you tap on the color icon, you can select different colors, and you can also choose how you want to view the colors. So there are different ways you can view the color palette. One is through disc, classic, harmony, and value. I normally just work with the classic. I'm gonna go over and select the color that I want. I think I'll work with the blue color. Now that we've selected a color, let's pick a brush. Procreate already comes with a pretty solid set of brushes, including pencils, calligraphy pens, and even different nature elements. To use the brushes, select the brush that you want and then draw on the canvas like you would with any pencil or paintbrush. So this is how the pencil looks like. I'm gonna try on a ink pen for you. The technical pen is one of my favorite to do line arts with. And then next is the calligraphy. I'm gonna use this blotchy pen to try out. You can use the toggles on the left side of the canvas to reduce or increase the brush size and opacity. The top is for the size, the bottom is for the opacity. Now that you're relatively familiar with the brush, let's move over to the smudge tool. Just like with the paintbrush, you pick the brush that you want and then you just kind of run it over the area that you want to smudge. Next is the eraser tool. Just like with the paintbrush and the smudge tool, you can choose the brush that you want and then just run it over the area that you want to erase. Now I'm gonna zoom in and out of the canvas using my 2 fingers. You can just pinch and widen. If you've made a mistake on your canvas, there are 2 options. One is to erase, which I've just shown you, and the other is to undo. I'm just gonna quickly show you how you can do that. I'm going to draw a blue color sun. Okay, so this is the sun, these are the sun rays. And if I want to undo the sun rays, I can either use my fingers or the 2 arrows on the left side of the screen. The top arrow is undo and the bottom arrow is to redo. So what it does is it either undo the last action that you've taken or redo it. If you don't want to use the arrows, you can also use your fingers. If you tap with 2 fingers, that's undo, and if you tap with 3 fingers, that's redo. Finally, we come to the layers section. Layers are quite simple to understand. Just imagine layers as pages in your sketchbook. Each layer is 1 page and you can draw different things. So here I have 2 layers. The first layer is the brush strokes that we made just now, and the second is my blue sun. So you can toggle with the little checkbox on the right side. If you check it, it shows up, and then if you uncheck it, it disappears. If you tap on the layer, they're going to give you different functions that you can do to it, but today we're not going to touch them. Alright, you can also slide your layer to the left and duplicate it, or delete it. So yeah, that's it for layers. So now that we're familiar with all the basic functions, let's try to draw something. I'm gonna try and draw an egg. I'll choose the technical pencil to draw, and then for the color, I'm gonna pick black. First, I'm just going to draw a wobbly circle. I'm not too happy about the part where I closed the blob, so I'm gonna erase it and then just close it up again. Okay. Next, I'm going to draw a circle inside that blob. Oops, too big. Okay. If you press and hold, Procreate will create a perfect circle for you. So now we've got the egg outline, and I'm going to set this as my reference layer so that I can drop in the colors. I'm going to show you how. So underneath the reference layer, I'm going to add in another layer, and then I'll pick the color for my egg white. I'll just choose like an off-white creamy color. Now I'm gonna tap on the color and drop it inside. And voila! It colors it perfectly. I'll do the same for my egg yolk. I'm gonna pick like a warm orangey color on my yolk. And then I'm gonna drag the color and drop it inside. Isn't that perfect? Now we've got an egg. But it's not finished yet, so I'm gonna add in a little bit of shadow. What I normally do is I pick a color that is warmer and darker than my base color. And then I normally use a soft airbrush to fill in the shadows. So now I've got the egg yolk. I'm gonna use the smudge tool to smudge it out. Okay, so if you see the little square in between the toggles on the right side, this is the color dropper tool, and what it does is it lets you pick the color that you want from the screen. So I picked my egg white. So I chose a color that is slightly darker for my shadow, and now I'm blending out the shadows. Okay, so we're almost done. We just need one last item, which is the highlight on the egg yolk. I open up a new layer. And then I draw in the highlight in the same color. Now we've got a beautiful sunny side up. Now that our masterpiece is complete, there's just one last thing we need to do, and that's to export it. So tap on the share icon and you can choose the format that you want to export into. I'm gonna choose JPEG and I'll tap on save image, and then it's going to be saved into our photo gallery. So tap on photos and voila, our beautiful egg. That's it for today's tutorial. If you've enjoyed watching it, please remember to like and subscribe. See you next week. Bye!